So since everyone, especially Mark Anthony, loves to talk about all the misdeeds of communism and individual communists and things like that, I have just one question to ask you. Why should you believe the accusations against communism? Now, I'm serious about this. Like, who has the most to benefit from slanderizing communism? I mean, let's face it. Let's put it this way. What do I have to benefit from getting you to believe in communism? I don't have any money. I don't have any power. And frankly, I know you hate my guts. Well, you kind of hate my guts. You have this, like, love-hate relationship that's kind of freaking me out, and it's a little bit creepy. But for the most part, you hate me. And some deep-rooted homosexuality of yours just keeps you coming back or some shit. But on the surface, you hate me. So, what would I have to gain from trying to tell you that communism hasn't committed all these atrocities, that you should give communism a chance, that it's to your own benefit that you ascribe to some form of communism, because it would make your life better. Even if not directly, because you don't live in a communist environment, at least if you're in a state of mind where you're prepared for a better life, then you can work toward a better life. So what do I have to gain out of that? It's to your benefit. I'm not going to control you at any facet of that time, so there's no reason to. But there is a reason for the ruling class to tell you that communism is wrong, so that you do not support a political system that works to their disadvantage. You see what I'm saying here? In other words, they make communism out to be this big, huge, bad thing so that you continue to support them and their ruling elite and their way of life. And it stamps down on you, and you're content with it because you're like, communism's bad. And that's how it works. And that's why you're in the shithole you're in. Don't tell me you have a fucking good life. You don't. Even if you want to believe that you do. So, that's all I really have to say to you. Why do you want to believe that communism is bad? If communism killed all these millions of people, where are the gravestones? You can't just hide 10 million dead bodies. Was Stalin a magician? He must have been better than fucking Houdini to hide 10 million bodies. You know, it's just ridiculous. And it's ridiculous that you support a system that doesn't even grant you any benefits at all. You don't get any rights out of it. You don't get any provisions out of it. You don't get fucking jack shit, and you get no say in anything. So why the fuck are you coming down against communism? And I would say the same thing to Mr. Cheese Grits, because he claims to be a social democrat or what the fuck ever, but then he turns around and condemns communism too. You know, that's why I call him a reactionary. Because why is he going to proclaim, okay, socialism is good, democracy is good, equality is good, but communism is bad? Why is communism somehow bad when it advocates all those things as well? Because the Western democratic system also says communism is bad. And because Cheese Grits is a reactionary and ascribes to Western mentality and Western morals, he's going to come along, right along and say that communism is bad too. Because he does not want to deviate from the Western imperialist mindset. He is controlled opposition. He wants to say, oh, there's nothing wrong with Western capitalism. We just need to tweak it a little. There just needs to be another tax or a regulation, or it would all be better if we just had a better union. But that's not how it works. If the morality is bad, then there's no amount of tweaking that's going to help it. Now, that's not to say that you shouldn't strive to tweak the system. That's not to say that you shouldn't strive to improve a situation in any way that you can. But you cannot say that the Western system is working, or at least working for you. It's working to the advantage of a 1% margin, but first and foremost, it's not working for the people that are actually putting their effort into the system. You get up every day, you go to work, you bust your ass, you pay taxes, but the system is not working for you. And that's the problem. And that's why I say communism is the answer. And rather than say, if you spend half as much time, working on what your moral system says that this will work. If we just do this, we'll all have a better life. And stop worrying about what the fuck I'm doing and what the fuck I'm saying. then maybe we'd all be better off. Maybe we would all be better off if you just stopped looking at me as the big bad communist guy who idolizes Stalin, when in fact I don't even idolize Stalin. Out of all the communist figures out there, Stalin is probably on the least of my agenda. But meanwhile, you're just gonna be like, oh, well, he's a Stalinist, oh, he's a red fascist, oh. And you worry about me instead of worrying about your own class struggle. You worry about me instead of worrying about your own turmoil and your own strife that you have to go through because of a capitalist class controlling every facet of your fucking life. That's what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about how moderators can control your freedom of speech. You have none. You can't say jack shit. You can only say what they allow you to say. You can only be where they allow you to be. And then you're gonna fucking turn around and talk about me. You're gonna fuck around and play with yourself and talk about how Jim Prophet's a communist. Oh my god, he wants to control everybody. Well, guess what? Jim Prophet can't control everybody. Jim Prophet cannot physically control you. But the moderators can, and the moderators do. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna even think about it and consider the idea that maybe something should be done? Because if you're not, you are a regressive fool. You are a counter-revolutionary. You are part of the problem. You're an Uncle Tom, whatever the fuck I want to call you. But the fact of the matter is, the axiom of the matter is that you are helping condone this system. You are helping perpetuate this evil, despicable system. So either wake the fuck up, or shut the fuck up and continue to suck your master's dick. But don't involve me in it. That's it.